phone rang in the office of a yeshiva here in the south of Israel, a yeshiva that was made for young men who were strengthening their commitment to Judaism, what we call Baalei Tshuva, and they were investigating their roots and making life changes and the commitments and all the difficulties that went with it. The phone rings, and the head of the yeshiva, Rabbi Hartstein, answers the phone, and here's a voice that says, "Hi, I saw your advertisement. I'd like to make a donation for your yeshiva." Rabbi Hartstein says, "What advertisement?" He says, "Well, I saw your advertisement in the newspaper, and I'd like to make a donation. Are you interested?" Rabbi Hartstein said, "Yeah, sure, we're very interested." He says, "Good, I'm coming down at about 12 o'clock this afternoon." And click, the phone hangs up. So Rabbi Hartstein calls in the head of operations, and he says, "Meshulam, did we put an advertisement in the newspaper recently?" He goes, "No. Did we ever put an advertisement in the newspaper?" "Not that I remember." And so he's very puzzled what advertisement this man has seen that he's decided to come to the yeshiva and make a donation. Yeshivas always need financial support. So he waits 12 o'clock on the dot. A big, beautiful, shining Mercedes pulls up. A man gets out, obviously very wealthy, no yarmulke on his head, makes the impression of being non-observant. And he comes walks up to Rabbi Hartstein. He says, "Hi, my name is Mr. Roth, and I saw your advertisement. I'm very, very impressed by what you're doing. I'm personally not observant, but I'm all for the cause, and I'd like to make a donation to your yeshiva." And Rabbi Hartstein still doesn't know what advertisement it is. And he says, "Fine, sure. Listen, man wants to make a donation." And he gives him a tour of the grounds of the yeshiva, the dormitory, the study hall, how everything functions. The man sits him down in the office. He says, "You know what? I had made up my mind that I was going to give your yeshiva $80,000. I'm so impressed with your operation, I'm going to make it around $100,000. And he writes him out a check for $100,000. Okay. Man gets into his car, beautiful Mercedes, and he drives off. And again, Rabbi Hartstein calls in the head of operations, "Meshulam, the man just gave us a massive donation. What advertisement is he talking about?" Because I have no idea. They traced the man somehow. They got a hold of his phone number, Mr. Roth. And it turned out that Mr. Roth had been in Jerusalem, and he walked into a barber shop. In the barber shop, there are newspapers sitting there for the customers to read until they get their haircuts. And what had happened was 15 years earlier, 15 years, there had been a newspaper that had solicited an advertisement from this yeshiva. Nobody remembered it. They put in one advertisement 15 years ago. The newspaper had been sitting on the table of the barber shop for 15 years. And this Mr. Roth, the week before, had gone in for a haircut and happened to pick up the newspaper, saw the advertisement, saw a phone number, and called the yeshiva because he was impressed. An ad that took place 15 years earlier. And so the lesson for us is that we try. And as the old saying goes, man tries and Hashem provides. We don't know when and we don't know how, but we know it is.